We're looking today at the Cordoba C1m. Let's get started. So if any of you guys are looking to get your first classical guitar, you cannot go wrong with Cordoba. They're the ones you're going to see at most large music stores such as Guitar Center, or be able to access on most large music retailers such as Sweetwater and Musician's Friend. I'm going to be judging the guitar on 3 categories: the quality of the materials, the sound of the guitar, and of course, the playability. I'll give each one of them a 1 out of 10 rating, and then following the end of the video, I will give you my overall thoughts on the whole entire thing. This guitar new, as found online, would be about $179 without taxes, and also without a case. In terms of the quality of the material, this guitar is a standard guitar in pretty much everything you can imagine. Size, depth of body, string spacing, scale length, all of that stuff. As you can see probably, the guitar comes with a spruce top and the well-expected mahogany back and sides. The thing I didn't know was that this guitar actually has not an ebony fingerboard, but what's known as a Pau Ferro fingerboard. I'm guessing that it's a little cheaper than ebony is, since it is a lower end guitar. Inside the guitar we have a traditional fan piercing with what's known as a treble bar, maybe something to boost the trebles, and on the neck we do have a truss rod. This is a little bit uncommon with classical guitars, but I think with these lower level instruments, it is a good thing. Coming up to the head of the guitar, we have tuners that don't look like anything special, but with tuners, the most important thing, I think, is just that they keep their tuning. Overall, for the quality of the guitar, I think it's what's expected. Not the best materials, but certainly not the worst. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Materials that are gonna sound good and should look kind of nice. If you want one with a higher quality finish, definitely look for one without the M, because it'll have that nice shiny guitar look. So let's check some open strings first, just to hear how they sound. So the open strings do sound nice and clear. I think they're pretty balanced. The one thing I don't love is they do sound a little bit like nasally. The E sounds a little tight. It doesn't feel tight, but it just feels like the sound is almost being constricted. I'm not sure how well that comes out over on the video, but that's my personal opinions from what I'm hearing in the room. Next, I want to check out how the fretted notes sound. I noticed right away that I lose some volume and some resonance once we start fretting the notes. I think this is largely due to that the quality of the instrument is not that great when it comes to the overall materials used inside of it to make the sound really resonate. When you have open strings, you have the sound going from here to here, but when you fret a note, you're shortening it, and there's less room for the string to move, and the guitar is not really doing anything to really help that out. As we move up to some of the higher notes, it does start to sound a little bit better, but that second string just sounds a little tight. We're going to play notes on the 12th fret and beyond. For me, these upper notes are ones that really show truly what a guitar can or can't do. So the sound is at least heard, the notes don't fizzle out. It does show a lot with the quality of the instrument that we don't have any totally dead spots. Some instruments you pick up and you play in the 12th fret and it just doesn't sound like anything. The guitar just can't get those sounds, or there's just a problem with the setup, something. But honestly, this is bringing out the sound of the guitar pretty good. Is it the best sound ever? No, of course not. But if this is your first guitar and you're looking to only spend under $200, honestly, not bad. Let's check out how some chords sound. So the chords here don't totally sound the best. They feel kind of like, again, condensed. I don't really love how I'm hearing the treble strings more than the bass. It almost feels like the bass is getting buried below the treble, which is a little weird. That doesn't happen with nicer guitars. Let's check out what the color range of the guitar is. So when testing a guitar, changing the colors, when you take your hand and you move from down by the sound hole, which is the standard place to play, and you bring it up to the bridge, or you bring it down over the fingerboard. So I am hearing change there. It's not the brightest sound, it just sounds like a slightly brighter version of what I had before. Over the fingerboard, the sound sounds a little muffled. I don't know if it really is getting that sweet dolce sound that you want to get when you're there. The last thing I want to check out is going to be the dynamics of the guitar. So I'm going to play some of Anatino. Alright, so the guitar does have a dynamic range, which is great. I can get quieter and give the illusion that I am getting louder, but it's a very condensed dynamic range. It's very small. It's not bad, it's just small. On higher end guitars, you're going to have just a wider dynamic range, giving you tons of more options to explore your sound. Overall, when it comes to the sound of this guitar, I would probably give this a solid 7 out of 10. I think it's pretty good. I don't think it's the best, but for what you're paying for this guitar, I would say you will not be disappointed with the sound you're getting. Last but not least is going to be the playability of the guitar. Now, I was able to play a few things on here, and I can tell you the playability honestly feels pretty comfortable. Some things do feel a little bit off, but again, every guitar is going to be different, so I don't want to take that too much into account. This guitar, one, it feels good in the hands, the string spacing feels correct, the scale length as well as the shape of the guitar neck seem pretty universal to other guitars I've played. I think that playability-wise, in terms of the frets not sprouting out over the fingerboard, in terms of it feeling like a classical guitar should, I would give this a solid 8, even a 9 out of 10. It does its job, and that's what you can expect from a company like Cordoba. They took all the things they know and brought it down to a cheaper level. For the money, I'm not sure if today you can get a guitar that's going to be much better than this brand new. Overall, I would give this guitar a solid 7 out of 10. I think that it's a great entry-level point guitar. It's not my favorite, it's not my least favorite, but it's one that I think you'll be happy with. Anyway guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you have this guitar? Do you like this guitar? Do you have other guitars you want me to look at? Let me know, subscribe for more videos about guitar and music, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.